in respect of the foreign currency accounts and rupees account for the person resident outside India. And your questions will also be discussed. We are eminent speaker with us. Shri Gaurang Baswara, he is a trainer, ex-banker, and partner in Shakespeare Association LLP, who have done with us 12 webinar, and we have got excellent feedback regarding his delivery. And people are also approaching, our borrowers, our customer also approaching the ICICI Bank to avail the facility under pre-shipment and post-shipment credit. And we are with us, Madam Joshi, is a trade SME ICICI Bank. She will speak on behalf of the bank what type of facility are being provided by the ICICI Bank and in respect of the export credit. So RBI has strengthened its push to facilitate international trade settlement in Indian rupees. Exporters are now permitted to conduct transactions in Indian rupees through special rupees postal accounts, aiming to reduce the dependence on the foreign currencies and enhance the global role of the rupees. To promote greater use of Indian rupees in trade, the RBI had earlier introduced SRBA, that is a special rupees postal accounts. To promote the use of INRA in trade, RBI had earlier introduced the SRBA framework in July 2022, following which several foreign banks established SRBA with Indian banks. In January 2025, RBI further liberalized the norms, allowing Indian exporter to open account in any foreign currency overseas. Exporter can now receive export proceeds in these accounts and use the funds to pay the import, simplifying cross-border trade in both Indian rupees and other national currency. As a result of the step taken by the government and the RBI, India merchandise exports had demonstrated considerable resilience. India export have been historical rise, reaching US dollar 778.21 billion in 2023-24. As on today, what I figure which have find out as on April 22-25. India export for 24-25 are estimated at US dollar 776.68 billion. That is growth of 0.04% increase over the previous years. That means this guidelines for rupee settlement is playing very important role. So they have come out with draft Trade Resolution 2025, foreign currency account for exporters, and special rupees postal accounts, and bilateral agreements to increase the cross-border transactions in local currencies. The RBI has signed a memorandum of understanding with Central Bank of United Arab Emirates, Indonesia, and Maldives. Besides that, you know that Russia and Iran put under the USA a ban list. So India has got an import from the USA in rupees, which has been played very important role for the development of the economy of the India. I will not take much time for that because all the agenda which we have prepared, which I told you, will be discussed in details. Now I request Sri Gaurang Baswada sir, who was mentor of this program, who is a pillar of this ICICI training sector, who is always guiding the borrower. Any clarification, any For our listener, our participants who want any clarification in respect of the export credit can free to ask him. That my request to you, please put your question. Prepare yourself so that this webinar can be very fruitful. And also request you to please give your feedback. Because last 12 feedbacks which we have received are excellent feedback. And I think the ICICI Bank will have benefit from this virtual webinar of 12 and must have got some sort of business. So in this world, I welcome Sri Baswada sir and Madam Joshi of ICICI Bank. And now I request the Warren sir, please give your thoughts in respect of the subject and the point which we have, agenda item which we have drafted in the system. Thank you very much. Baswada sir, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Gupta Saab, for the introduction and putting the right perspective of sports and the invoicing methodology what RBI is permitted. First of all, good afternoon to you all. Very glad to be back here with AFI and Resurgent India and ICICI jointly doing this, I think, 13th seminar, 13th workshop, which Gupta Saab said, and looking forward to do much more, many more such seminars. This is a knowledge sharing platform, as Professor said, and we will today discuss the modalities of the invoicing and the payments in cross-border trade, particularly export, targeting export. And we will cover all those things, including the special rupee voucher account or the recent instructions which the RBI gave in January 25 also. Now, the thrust has to be on exports because our exports from 778 billion in 23-24 have come to just 820 billion in 24-25, whereby the major contribution is from services export, services and software. The thrust has to be now on the commodity side, and as they said, commodity very thin margin with very thin margin we have been able to crossed the last year's figures of around 447 or so, and that too thanks to the bulk exports, bulk shipments being done in the month of March to US, which I think was the major thing to get us across that particular level. So I'll just share my presentation and there we go from there. And please put your questions in chat or maybe this Q&A portal. So invoicing and payments in Indian rupee for export. So when we talk of exports, we also have the responsibilities relating to shipment and the compliances relating to shipments to be seen. And we also have the compliances and the requirements relating to payments which need to be seen that how the payments are going to come. Now, between this, we have between the shipments and payments, both are being monitored because when we ship the goods out of India, when we ship or when we provide the services out of India, we are required by the law of land to bring in the proceeds. And that is why they are being monitored. So during the session, we will see how these are monitored and what to do and how to maybe regularize these things. Now, going with this, when we talk of monitoring, we are also required to close the bills and payments, which we call it regularization of bills in the system or the monitoring tools which either the government has or the Reserve Bank of India has. Let us talk about bills and payments. So first and foremost, the foreign trade policy very clearly says that an export contract and invoices shall be denominated either in freely convertible currency or Indian rupees. But so firstly, our invoice related issues. So a lot of people come and say, sir, can I raise my invoice in rupees or not? Yes, even prior to this SRV account, this was permitted. But however, the condition was that it should be realized in freely convertible currency. Now, freely convertible currency not necessarily means that it should only be a dollar payment. It could be rupee payment, which is converted through dollars or the foreign currency. So that what we call is a Vostro account. Other than the ACU mechanism, we also have this. Now, during this session, we will also see what all modalities are there to receive the payment. So first and foremost, clear approval or clear instructions from DGFT are there that you can draw your invoice either in rupee or in foreign currency as per your agreement with the buyer. Taking this forward, when I talk of exports, the export order, shipment, and payment are there. Invoice can be raised in foreign currency and INR, and payment is in foreign currency or it has to be convertible INR. Why the things are being monitored? When I ship the good, I declare in the shipping bill, we undertake to abide by the provisions of Foreign Exchange Management Act as amended from time to time, including realization and repatriation of foreign exchange to or from India. When an exporter exports the goods from India, he is transferring the wealth of the country to a foreign country. And that is why it is mandatory that I realize those proceeds of a bill in the given or an approved manner. So, two important things. One, that I should endeavor to realize the bill. The another is that once the bill is realized, I should repatriate the bill. Now, one question which sometimes people say, I had received the money there, but I had spent there on my children's education or my son was studying there. So I diverted that money to his education. No, there is no need for that. Each individual in India has got ample limit, $250,000 per year to remit abroad on all these issues. Maybe travel abroad, attending functions abroad, rest and repatriation, and your maybe education, medical, all things are covered. There is no requirement to divert your export proceeds to some other purpose. Let your export proceeds come to India. You have got very much legitimate windows to send the money out of the country. Please don't do that. Now, taking this forward, our shipments and payments, how are they monitored? So when you make a shipment, a shipping bill is generated by the customs, which is uploaded in an RBI software called EDPMS. And when we are using an AD code in the shipping bill, this ADPS server pushes the data relating to each of the bank, or all these shipping bills are then distributed to each of the bank, and then it goes into their box. Now, it means that AD bank is now responsible to get this shipping bill closed by way of either getting payment or by way of other modalities which are permitted under the rules. Lodgement of bill, we are required to submit the bill. We will see during the session itself when and how. And then payment. When the payment comes to the bank, a bank is required to create an inward remittance memorandum, IRM. And when this IRM is matched with shipping bill, both are closed in the EDPMS. So till some time back, maybe almost a year or so, our BRC, Bank Relation Certificate, was issued through the EDPMS system. But now, gradually from 1st February 2024 onwards, this EBRC is now to be downloaded by the exporter himself or self-generation of EBRC, what they call, from the DGFT software. So we have talked about EDPMS and we have talked about entries to be knocked off in DGFT also. So there are two different softwares now. One is EDPMS, where I need to have a shipping bill, where I need to have a IRM, and I need to close both this by submission of the bill. On the other end, the BRs, the data, the way the shipping bill data goes to EDPMS, the same way that data goes to DGFT also. And the banks are supposed to push this IRM data to DGFT so that the exporter is able to match the shipping bill and the payment and generate a BRs. These are two independent software, two independent monitoring authorities. So we have to complete or comply with both the authorities' instructions. Submission of bill to the bank and closure in EDPMS and generating a BRC in the DGFT. who is going to create IRM? Now, the bank which has received the money or where the exporter is maintaining an account is responsible to create an IRM. So when we go into Rupee side, we will see all those issues relating to IRM. So one monitoring tool is EDPMS. So let us understand what does it do. Now, as explained, the customs will put the data relating to shipping bill in the system, and from there, based on the AD code, the data will go to each of the AD bank. So since ICICI is there, let us take the example of the ICICI. ICICI Bank today morning, when they have downloaded the data relating to their AD code, would have come to know that how many hundred exporters pan India have exported yesterday from different ports, airports, courier terminals, and what is the number of shipping bills which has now added or landed into their folder, and what is the total volume. So they will come to know through your IC, your port code, the value, the shipping bill number, and the consignment. Everything will come. Now, these shipping bills are virtually the baby of that bank. They need to monitor it till the bill is lodged and closed in the system. Sorry. The payment IRM is uploaded here. The sorry, one second. This system has come into effect from 1st March 2014. Now let us see what does it monitor and what does it manage. Firstly, it manages or monitors all the shipping bills which are pushed by the customs. Till when? Till it is closed. First step. It also monitors and manages all those inward remittances which have received and they have been tagged as export proceeds. We use specific purpose code as P0103 for export related advance payments. They will remain in the system till they are matched with the shipping bill. The payments which are received for bills lodged in the system, the purpose code being P0101 and P0102, are matched with the shipping bill, hence do not remain pending in the system. Now, there is another word which relates to AD transfer. AD transfer means that I have filed a shipping bill using the AD code of Bank A. And tomorrow I submit the bill to Bank B for closure because I have received the payment there. Now, Bank B is not owning that shipping bill, so hence they are not able to verify the details. They are not able to see those details. So they need to put a request in the system, EDPMS itself, to transfer that shipping bill from Bank A to Bank B, and which is called AD transfer. So what I normally say is pulling the shipping bill from Bank A to Bank B. Bank A can stop it. If they want, they can stop it, but otherwise it will go smoothly. Now, the next is EBRC. Now, I have used the AD code of Bank A while my payment has been received in Bank B. If I submit my bill to Bank A for closure, Bank A will not be able to close because they are not able to verify the details or see the details of the payment, which is sitting in the Bank B's portal or Bank B's box. So I have to approach Bank B. Please release this payment and open it so that everybody is able to see it, including my Bank A. That is called EFIRC. There is nothing. It is an electronic process of opening up of that payment so that Bank A is able to see that. And then once Bank A is able to satisfy themselves on the remitter party or all other details, they will utilize that inward remittance and close that shipping bill also. Now, it also has the data relating to all bills and payments closed. So it is a reservoir of data. If I try to play with this data, maybe tomorrow, with the use of technology and data mining, something or the other which has been wrongly done may come up back. So I have to be very careful in getting the bills closed and IRM closed in the system. It also has the data of overdue and pending and overdue. So one is the pending shipping bills and pending inward remittances. But when do they get overdue? Shipping bills get overdue in 9 months, and payments where shipments have not been made or not been matched become overdue after 12 months. After 9 months or 12 months, somebody will start knocking at your door. The reminders will start coming. And maybe we understand that RBI also sends the reminders in some cases. So I need to watch that nothing remains pending or nothing remains overdue in the system. Then short receipt or write-off data or extension of bill. Anything tinkering which is being done with the bill, whether I have received $90 against $100 and $10 I've shown as a discount, that will have to be tagged in the system. If I have received $50 and $50 is a write-off, I have not been able to receive, that will be tagged in the system. If I have not received the payment in 9 months and I am now trying to extend it from 9 to 15 months, then also it will be tagged in the system. Generation of BRC matching shipping bill and payments through DGFT side. So once these are matched, then I can generate in DGFT. So what needs? DGFT system will now require the shipping bill to be pushed from customs and an IRM pushed from bank so that I can do a self-generation of BRC from the DGFT. Option listing. Now, when the shipping bill is not paid for more than 24 months, 2 years from the date of shipment, and the exporter has not even extended the bill beyond 9 months. Maybe in certain cases, the exporter has not realized the money, or in certain cases, he has realized the money, but it is lying with some other bank. Then, in that after 24 months, the banks have been advised that you can put the or recommend to RBI for putting the customer or the exporter into caution list. This means that if you have an export pending for more than 24 months, bank may recommend your name, that is IEC, to RBI for caution listing as per the current regulation. Please see that your shipping bills are not pending for more than 2 years. If they are pending for more than 2 years, then there has to be certain reason, extensions, all those things should be there with the bank. If I do not cooperate with the bank, or if we do not listen to what bank is asking and do not respond to the mails and communications which the bank is sending, then definitely the bank will or bank may decide to take the IC level caution listing recommendation. Now, what is IC level caution listing? IC level caution listing is that I have two bills pending with bank A, and now I have moved to bank B where I am running my business in good numbers. I am ignoring the reminders or communication which I received from bank A. Since I am not dealing with bank A, bank will not have a soft corner B, and bank will recommend my name to RBI for caution listing. Now, if I am caution listed, it is not only those two bills pending with bank A where I am caution listed, I am caution listed at IEC level. So my business with bank B or any other bank will also get affected. The other red signal is DOE reporting, Department of Enforcement. Wherever the banks find that the customer is not responding to their queries, not responding to or not informing that what is happening on the payment side, or not informing that on the advance against payment, whether the shipments have been made or likely to be made, not likely to be made. There they have been said, if you are not able to tame the exporter or your customer, then you may decide to report them to enforcement directorate. Largely, banks are using this tool only for payments pending, but shipments not made or not known for beyond 12 months plus 12 months. So 12 months is the normal period. Further also 12 months or 8 months or 9 months, they will make effort to get in touch with the customer or ask them the details. If they are not successful, then now what is it? Caution listing is done by RBI, so RBI will give you direction. But DOE reporting is something where we are inviting another regulator who wants to do this. And we have seen banks reporting to DOE for two bills also. One bill also. The regular customer banking with the same bank. Only two bills pending, wrongly remaining pending, even though the payment had come. But DOE reporting was there, and then we had to intervene and maybe get those corrected and respond to DOE also. So these two lines of caution have to be taken very seriously by all the exporters. This is just a snapshot of how from DGFT website you are able to enter into the website and get your BRC generated, which we call self-settlement. Now, when this can be done? This can be done when we have a shipping bill in the system and an IRM which has been pushed by the bank. I must have an IRM. It is not only that I have a shipping bill because shipping bills are pushed by customs, but the IRM has to be created. And there we face certain difficulties sometimes, which we have discussed. So invoicing is all okay. Rupee or foreign currency, but the payment has to come through the convertible route, foreign currency or rupee. Your monitoring of that shipping bill, which is subsequent to your invoice, is also there where we have to take care of our caution listing and the DOE reporting. Taking the manner of payment. Now, FEMA Regulation 14R very clearly says that except for so and so, from all other countries, payment should be received in freely convertible currency or Indian rupees in a specified manner. Firstly. Secondly, it says Nepal and Bhutan only rupees. And then it says Nepal, Bhutan, and ASU countries. So we have a group of ASU countries. We'll see there how differently it has to be monitored. So ASU now gradually has got dismantled almost. So what are the modes now? We have Nostro account, our bank's foreign currency account abroad. ICICI Bank's dollar account, US dollar account with Chase Manhattan Bank is a Nostro account. So my buyer pays in dollars, the money is ultimately credited to Chase Manhattan Bank. The bank will now send me an invoice that we have received, say $10,000. You give us your instructions. We will convert, or you wanted to put it to EFC, or against what bill this needs to be knocked off. The other is Vostro account. Vostro is a rupee account of a foreign bank in India. So take an example that if Chase Manhattan Bank has a rupee account here in India with say ICICI, from where does this Vostro account fund? It gets fund from the convertible route only. So it is a rupee account, but it is a pseudo convertible rupee account. So bank may pay in rupee. Chase Manhattan Bank may inform ICICI, I have got funds in rupee. You debit 5 lakh rupees from this account and pay to XYZ against the payment of their invoice number so and so drawn on from Francis in Germany. The third one is NRE accounts, non-resident external account. So when the goods are sold across the counter or when the goods are sold to non-resident Indians, they can make payment through NRE account, which is a convertible rupee account here in India. Freely convertible. The money comes from abroad, the money can be taken back. So the funding of that NRE account is from money is remitted from abroad. It is not the money generated in India. Then your SNRR account, special non-resident rupee account. So large conglomerates who are doing export-import business or who have the receivable and payable both with India, they are allowed to maintain a rupee account in India, which is called SNRR, from where they can make export payment also. The import payment can be part there, export payment can be made there. So it is a convertible rupee. Then your debit cards, credit cards, and prepaid cards, maybe the walk-in customers, or if somebody paying in an online system through debit card or credit card on your website, that is all there. But these debit card, credit card should be issued abroad and should be international. Foreign currency notes and traveler checks, largely when the customer comes down here, walk-in customers at curio shops, walk-in customers at jewelry shops or handicraft shops, etc. These currency notes and traveler checks must be surrendered to AD Bank and not to the money changer. Money changers are not permitted to handle any transaction related to export or import as of now. Then if I export to Middle Eastern countries, like say UAE, I have an exchange out there, UAE exchange, India International Exchange, lot of banks, State Bank, Federal Bank, Canara Bank, all those banks have got tie-ups, and maybe ICICI has also tie-up with those institutions in Middle East area. There are some exchange houses in Sri Lanka, also Bangladesh. Because of ease of making payment or remitting money, sometimes our buyers from those countries remit the money through exchange. There the limit is 15 lakh rupees per remittance. Now, what is ACU? Asian Clearing Union. So 9 countries, India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Maldives, Myanmar, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Iran. They had come together and said that we will try to increase our trade in between our 9 countries, and the central banks were given the responsibility to monitor. So they coined the term ACU dollar. Now, ASU dollar account is only a pass-through account. It is the normal dollar where the payment will come in the Chase Manhattan account. But it is only a pass-through account. So we said for Nepal and Bhutan, they are our neighbors and a porous border. So instead of ASU, we will only do the business in INR, rupee. So all our export business or import with Nepal, Bhutan is mandatorily to be done in rupee, invoicing in rupee and payment in. For Iran, Iran has been put under OFAC. OFAC is the US sanctions for all banks in India who have their branches abroad, listed abroad, or even maintaining dollar accounts abroad are required to honor the commitment given to US government that even if they are not present, they will abide by the laws of the US government, and because of that, Iran payments are not handled by banks in India. If the payments are in foreign currency because of the sanctions, OFAC, etc., the payment in foreign currency is not. So we have a separate window for them because we had in the past huge oil imports from Iran. So maybe by taking US government also in confidence, we have a nodal agency account maintained by UCO Bank in India. Then comes where rupee invoicing and rupee payment is permitted. Bangladesh, Maldives, Myanmar, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka, only 5 countries remained in ASU now for us. Out of which Bangladesh, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and recently Myanmar, RBI is also permitted to open SRVA, special rupee Vostro accounts. So pure and pure for ASU, only now Pakistan remains. In Sri Lanka, we can have ASU dollar, we can have normal foreign currency convertible, or we can have rupee. In Myanmar, Maldives, and Bangladesh, we can have ASU or we can have rupee relationship or rupee transaction. Online payment gateway service provider, 25 lakhs is the upper limit. The likes like PayPal, Payoneer, etc. There the limit is 25 lakhs. If we are making certain exports, maybe relating to projects or relating to supply of pipelines, etc., under the line of credit given by Exim Bank to some of the developing countries or underdeveloped countries, There we have to claim the money from Exim Bank. If we are exporting to Sri Lanka under the line given by SBI, then we have to claim from SBI. And lastly, the SRV. We'll see in detail what SRV is. Now, another method of payment is set off of export receivables against import. I have received $1 lakh worth of goods from ABC in Dubai. And I have also exported either the finished goods or any other material from India to ABC Dubai. The commodity can be different. What I have to do now? I have to receive $1 lakh and I have to pay $1 lakh. There is no need to receive and pay. By way of exchanging proper documentation, I can go to the bank and close my shipping bill and bill of entry both without receipt of money or without payment of. Alternatively, there are several companies where we are buying or we are getting raw material from them. And then we finish the goods in our factories and send the finished goods to them. So to take an example, maybe from a German company, I get certain raw material for $80,000 and I send back $1 lakh worth of finished goods by after doing certain value addition. So what I have to do? $80,000 can get this set off adjustment and $20,000 only I have to receive from them. This facility is not allowed for ASU countries. However, there is another condition. The same set of buyer and seller and the shipments for export and import should be done on the same calendar year. The set of guidelines are applicable to DTA units, means non-SEZ units. Now, as against this, SEZ also has similar or a better proposal. Now, SEZ being all the time into exports, it has been envisaged that the same calendar year condition has been withdrawn, has been removed. It is not mandatory there. So what is it? Same overseas supplier, same Indian buyer, so same set of buyer seller, and they are allowed to do it on a balance sheet date. So now balance sheet date means that every quarter I can sum up 5 payments, 5 exports made, 7 imports made. The net amount to be remitted is $1 lakh. I will remit $1 lakh, make a set of documents and go to bank and give it for net off. This can be done on annual basis also. Now, when the condition of same calendar year is not there, there can be a financial year shifting also. I have done 12 exports in 24-25. I have done 10 imports in 24-25. The value being $12 lakh and $10 lakh. I get money in the month of May 25, and in May 25 I go and give the bank the details of document that in 1 year what I have done. So balance sheet is March 25, but the payment could have come subsequently. I can get everything closed in one Excel based closure. Now let us have a look at rupee settlement. What are the places where we are getting rupee and how we are closing it? Firstly, payment from Nepal, Bhutan through RTGS DD, then your special rupee Iran, then your special non-resident rupee SNRR account, then your NRE account, goods sold to non-residents, then your OPGSP like PayPal, Payoneer, and lastly the SRV. So we'll see one by one all the modeling. What is required is creation of IRM by the bank in which you receive the money. In Nepal, Bhutan, either you receive the payment through TT or RTGS. So my bank does not know who has remitted or what is the purpose. If they do not know it, then I have to get an advice from the remitting bank through my buyer himself or a FIRS from the remitting bank with the details of the remitter and purpose code. Then if I receive the money through demand draft, please don't put the demand drafts in that check collection box. Keep a copy of it, give it to the bank, stating that this is against this shipping bill number. They will process it in a proper manner, but still I require a letter from the demand draft issuing bank confirming the name of purchaser and the purpose of purchase. Because largely the demand draft which we receive from Nepal do not contain the name of the purchaser in the manner we have started doing now. The other is Iran. Iran nodal bank is UCO Bank. We have a special rupee account with them. UCO Bank can close the bill, other bank will not close. Only UCO Bank has been given the power that if there are rupee bills, you can close it. What is the process which I understand with UCO Bank? That if I want to do a trade in Iran, even in rupees, I had to seek an approval from them for the commodity or the party, which they will talk to their counterpart and finalize that this is okay for them. Either export or import both. You have an account with them, you will have to open an account with them and then get this. If you are banking with some other bank for restricted business only with Iran, you can ask your bank to permit you only for the purpose of Iran exports or imports to allow you to open an account with UCO. This Iran being an OFAC country, other banks will not close your shipping bill or handle any payments related to Iranian. SNR account. Now, this is what and NRE account are almost similar. The money is coming from abroad or it is a convertible rupee account. So I need a confirmation from a bank which is maintaining NRE or SNR account about the details of the account, the convertibility of the money, and the purpose for which the payment has been made by non-resident to the resident for exports, whatever it is. OPGSP, the money is sent by PayPal Payoneer. So if I sell my goods on Amazon, the money will come through PayPal. PayPal OPGSP account with Citibank. Now, on the landing page of PayPal and Payoneer, there is a facility to draw this FIRA or FIRS, foreign inward remittance statement or foreign inward remittance advice. Now, just to tell you that ICICI is also maintaining an account of Payoneer. There they have automated system. If they get the email ID of the beneficiary here from the payer, then an automated advice goes there. Now your bank to close your bills will require an IRM to be created. IRM will be created on the basis of the FIRA, which will contain the name of remitter as PayPal. Now I have not sold my goods to PayPal, so where to go? So I have to provide the supporting document. This payment relates to so and so bill. This bill was drawn on so and so party, and this has been sold through Amazon or directly through my website. SRBA. Now, SRBA is also rupee account. So, whichever bank is maintaining an SRBA from where I get the account. Maybe I get money from State Bank of India, but my account with ICICI. So SBI will have to issue an FIRS or an NOC. There is a word of caution here. If the money or exports have been sent to be made to certain sanctioned countries, or those banks or those financial institutions and entities which are under sanction, particularly taking reference of Russian banks and Russian entities, some of the banks will not handle those bills or maybe generate an IRM for those payments. You have to take care. If you are exporting to Russia, ask your bank which are the banks permitted, or you find out in the Indian system how many banks are having the accounts of those banks which are not under the sanction, and then whether how to have an account with them or how to get those bills closed. Let us have a look at the SRV in detail. In July 22, RBI allowed this window as an additional window by allowing banks in foreign countries to tie up with banks in India for opening rupee accounts for settlement of export and import, which are invoiced in rupee. This was largely done with targeting Russia because we had huge imports at that time in rupee. Now, till this time, DGFT said invoicing in rupee and receiving payment in rupee was not to be considered for the purpose of your drawback or other incentives. So even our exports to Iran and our exports to Nepal and Bhutan are still not a part of that regime. If there is a drawback or there is some incentives are available from the government, my exports to Nepal, Bhutan are not available. But in September 22, this DGFT clarified that keeping in view this RBI guideline, if you draw your invoice in rupee and the payment is received in SRVA, you will be equally eligible to receive the drawback or incentives as being done for foreign currency settlement. So what is this? This is an additional arrangement for invoicing and payment. to reduce the dependence on hard currency. We were not able to make the payment to Russia in dollars, so we had to resort to other routes. Instead of that, we put our currency there. And now the trade is increasing. There's a thrust or push on internationalization of rupee. This is a bank-to-bank arrangement. Some bank in other country will tie up with a bank in India. They will both go to RBI and seek an approval for opening a rupee account of a foreign bank in India, where either the money has to come from abroad or the money can be generated by way of payment of imports from India. Both are permitted. Export invoicing in INR is permissible, which we saw, but that will depend upon an exporter and an importer, the buyer seller coming to one point. If they are in agreement, then only this will happen. Now, as per my information, all these countries, banks from all these countries have now opened account here in India. Bangladesh, Belarus, Botswana, Fiji, Germany, Guyana, Israel, Kazakhstan, Kenya, Malaysia, Maldives, Mauritius, Myanmar, New Zealand, Oman, Russia, Seychelles, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Tanzania, Uganda, UK, and Australia. Um, Maybe State Bank is there, Canara Bank is there, HDFC is there, ICICI has an account of a bank from Bangladesh, UCO Bank is there, what IndusInd Bank is there, one account with Bank of Union Bank of India is also there. Bank of India is also there, 2, 3 accounts. Different banks, different accounts are there. If you are exporting to any of these countries, and if your buyer is agreeing for rupee remittances, please try to find out which bank is maintaining the account. There are no sanctions, and then you can move on. If you are not able to find out, get in touch with me. Now, very recent initiatives is what? It is in January. What RBI said? Exporters are allowed to open foreign currency accounts with overseas branches of AD banks. The way we are opening accounts here in India, that is similar to EFC account that is permitted to open abroad. What does this mean? I can have an account with ICICI Hong Kong and credit my export proceeds in that Hong Kong account and make payment of my import related remittances from that Hong Kong account without the money being routed here in India. So the time lag related issues are covered here. Similarly, foreign entities are also allowed to maintain rupee accounts with overseas branches. This is similar to SNRR account. SNRR, what large conglomerates maintaining rupee account in India. Now they have said you can open an account with AD banks branches abroad nearer to your place. So maybe somebody is there in Dubai. They have an SNRR account. Instead of that, they can open an account with ICICI Dubai, SBI Dubai, Bank of Baroda, any of the bank. It is nearer to them, better to control. Now, the modus operandi of how these are going to be monitored by your bank here in India are yet to come in the market, but there is a solution available. So I have not detailed those solutions here till they are made public. Guidelines on bills and payments. RBI guidelines, because the FEMA is applying to us. Gupta sir in his initial remarks said facilitate trade. So FEMA is there to facilitate trade. So I have to adhere to certain timelines under the RBI guidelines. What is it? 21 days, 9 days, 6 months, 2 years, and 12 months. 5 timelines I have to have a look at for each exports and monitor that to be remain within the. What are these? Submission of export bills within 21 days from the date of shipment. This is applicable to all exporters. As soon as you make your shipment, do your shipment, you have to submit your original documents to the bank within 21 days. There are exceptions given. Now, when you give the document to your bank, you can ask your bank to send these original BL, etc., to your buyer directly or buyer's bank. The way you want to control it. If you want to control the document in the system, you have to ask the bank to send it to buyer's bank abroad to be released against payment or acceptance. If you have made a shipment directly or if you are relying on your buyer or if you have trust in your buyer, then you can ask the bank to send the document directly to your buyer also. But the dispatch of documents should happen through the banking system only. Now, this rule has an exception where SCZ units, sorry, status holders, SCZ units, if you have received 100% advance or if there is a condition in LC or these four parameters, the exporters can send the documents directly to the buyer, but they must submit the copy of the documents to the bank within 21 days. Now, all exporters means even e-commerce exporters, even small exporters, large exporters, bulk exporters, everybody is. And another aspect which is coming now under the revised guidelines, which are under the discussion now. So last draft has been received, where even the service exporters, other than the soft tax ones, will have to submit the documents to the bank along with a declaration within 21 days from the date of invoice. Realization. Now, 9 months, which we saw, is the general approval, general permission given by the RBI to realize any type of exports of goods, software, or services. The exception being that if you are permitted to export goods to your own warehouse, or export house 2 and above, and those who have got an approval from AD Bank, there the realization period is 15 months, and this is very particular to OEM manufacturers or supplier of spare parts to automobile industries, etc. Then comes extension. Now that 9 months will apply here. If your bill is not realized in 9 months, you have to get an extension. You have to get the bill extended with the bank. What period? 6 months at a time. 9 to 15, 15 to 21, 21 to 27. I have to submit supporting documents to the bank. Now the limit here is $1 million or 10% of average. It should not exceed. In case there is a legal matter going on with the buyer, as an exporter, we have filed a suit. Then this 1 million or 10% limit will not be applied. I need supporting documents each time I want to extend the bill. What correspondence? Because I have given an undertaking, I will endeavor to bring the money. So I have to prove that. Fourth one is caution listing, 2 years. If shipping bill is not paid in 2 years from the date of shipment, AD can recommend caution listing to RBI. RBI will issue a show cause notice, 30 days, give you 30 days to respond. We have people in the system who have not responded, who have not opened that envelope. If you do not respond, then RBI will issue an order under FEMA. What does it say? That broadcast goes to every authority now. No further exports without 100% advance or confirmed LC to be certified by AD Bank before shipment is accepted by customs. So today morning only I was talking to an exporter who has been caution listed in Bangalore. I asked him, sir, export ho raha hai? And then he said, yes, sir, we are receiving 100% payment, taking the advice and a confirmation from the bank to customs, and then only they are accepting our shipment. What has happened? 20 shipments in a month have come down to 2 shipments in a month. Till the bills are realized. Now, the unfortunate part here is that this particular exporter, the show cause notice receipt was not opened by the accountant and it was preferred to draw. And only when the bank told them that you are put under caution list, then only they came to know. And by that time, RBI had already issued the notice. So now the order. Now only way is to get the bills closed across some 3 banks. 140-50 bills are there where part payment is there, full payment is there, all those issues are there. And reconcile it, get it closed, and then request RBI to remove the caution. And lastly, if you have received advance against exports, then shipment must be done within 12 months. If the shipment is delayed beyond 12 months, you have to ask your banker whether they are agreeable to regularize on the basis of supporting documents. If there is a condition for refund, then you should refund it within 12 months. If it is beyond 12 months, you have to go to RBI for it. Now, as a facility, RBI has also given the permission that if your advance contract says that if the export is not able to do the exports and the amount is refunded and there is a provision for payment of interest, then this is also permitted or this can also be permitted by the AD Bank. What if payment is not received or short payment is received? Two more paragraphs are there which are also impacting the closure of our ship.
हेलो। हाँ जी सर।
Sir, he's joining within 1 minute, sir.
Okay, no problem, no problem.
So I'm so sorry, sir. The power got disconnected. Once again, I'll just
No
back.
problem. No problem, sir. No problem. Please go ahead.
Okay. So we were just talking about what if we do not receive the full payment? Then what would? Now here my shipping bill will remain pending till I receive the full payment. And even if I receive part payment or if I do not receive the payment despite my all efforts, even then this can be closed with these two provisions which RBI has given. Let us see what these are. Discount or invoice reduction. Maybe for whatever reason, quality issues, packing issues, delays, sometimes or maybe many a times I have to give discount to the buyer. I have to agree with him, okay, you send me $90 against $100, maybe 90% payment or maybe 80% payment because I will agree that I am doing business with him. So let me take less money because of his the grievance is genuine. So up to 25% of each invoice, I can allow invoice reduction to the foreign buyer. Now this means that for each invoice, if I draw an invoice for $100, I can go up to $75. And when I go up to $75, it means that I have agreed that you treat my invoice as $75 instead of $100. What does it mean? My export is now valued at $75 instead of 100. So I should proportionately refund the drawback or incentives if I receive for $100. For $25, I should refund. Another condition is that the bill should not be, an exporter should not be under the caution list, RBI caution. And the third one is that even if I am giving 25% discount, if there are floor price restrictions, particularly in agri commodities, then that should not breach those conditions. So suppose I am into rice exports and we had this $900 per metric ton rice, basmati rice floor price restriction there. If I have sold at $100, I can go up to 900 only. I cannot go below 900 and allow 25% discount because this will breach the floor price restrictions put in by DGFT. So there is a DGFT guideline violation here. Now, wherever I know before shipment, or I have an agreement with the buyer, or maybe any other party, maybe some agent there abroad, I must declare the discount or commission which is known prior to shipment in the shipping bill itself. The other window, so I need documents here. What if the buyer will always come back and tell you because of so and so reason I am not paying you full because our quality is not good. There was a delay in shipment. My season is over. All those things. Then I will respond to him. So this correspondence becomes the backbone of such a transaction. And for this reduction, I need to provide the documents. The other window being write-off. Now, write-off of a bill is linked to my previous calendar year's performance. If I have in the previous calendar year, whatever export relation I have done, of that for non-export status holder 5%, for status holder 10%, and additional power with the banks for 10%. So how does it work? Suppose a DTA unit has realized export realized of $1 million in 24. It is not exports made, it is export realized. What the money what foreign exchange you have earned for the country in the previous calendar year. $1 million. So I can self-write off up to $50,000, one or more bills in full, and ask my bank to do that. Close in the system, shipping will be closed in ADPMS, it will be knocked off against write-off power. If it is a SEZ unit or a status holder, then this amount can be up to 1 lakh, one or more bills which are getting closed. And additionally, I can request the bank for additional 10% of that. So additional 1 lakh for both status and non-status is available that can be used by the banks, subject to providing appropriate documents to the bank for closure. There could be various reasons, but the conditions are the bill should be realized for more than 1 year. It should not be under the investigation of CBI, TRI, etc. And the exporter must have made sufficient efforts to realize the goods, realize the payment. Why so? Because I have declared in the shipment. And bank has to be satisfied about the document submitted showing that evidencing that the exporter has made sufficient efforts. There could be various reasons: buyer insolvent, goods auctioned by customs, balance settled through Indian embassy, buyer is not traceable, undrawn balance, maybe in case of certain equipments, plant machinery which are being exported, 10% being released only upon successful implementation of the project or installation of the plant, and that normally never comes. High cost of resorting to legal. So if your amount is too tiny, maybe $500, $700, you need not go for legal action. But if your amounts are $50,000 or $30,000, even $2 lakh, why somebody should not go in for a legal action against the buyer is still to be discussed. And for all that, we have to have documents. So this is all from my side. These are my details. I will put it in chat also. If any queries during the session, we will take the queries after the presentation by the bank, Linata Joshi, and then subsequent to that, we can take the questions. If you have questions subsequent to the event also, you can always come back to me, send a WhatsApp on the given number, or you can send it me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Gaurang. I think the excellent session which you have conducted in respect of the RBI guidelines for rupee settlement. You also covered the foreign currency accounts like Nostro, Vostro, NRE, SNR, etc. Beside that special rupees Vostro account, which play a very important role in reducing the dependence of the foreign currency and also enhancing the global role of the rupees. Further, rupees will be strengthened if our export will be in rupees. I think this is a major feedback which we are giving to our participants. My request to all the participants is, if any question from your side, so you can take an expert advice from Gaurang sir. Any problem in respect of the rupees account or any other issue relating to the export bills. Now I'm coming to Madam Joshi. She is SME trade head of ICICI Bank. Madam, you are available? Madam?
Yes, I'm there, sir.
Please put your video on. So I request you to give your thought about the export credit which are being provided by your bank.
Yeah.
And any other informations which will be benefited to our participants.
Yeah.
I request Madam Joshi to please take over.
Yeah. Yeah, so Gaurang sir has very well explained about guidelines that every exporter needs to follow while handling their exports. So in this session from ICICI Bank, I'll take all participants through various digital solutions and banking solutions which ICICI Bank offers to various exporters and importers, which can offer ease in their day-to-day business. So we can move to next slide, Chandan sir. Yeah. So as an exporter or importer, you must have faced some challenges in your business. You must have to run against time to submit the documents in the branch, or many a times you must be wondering exactly whom to you should contact at the branch, or you must have been livid with high transaction charges, and you must be seeking for specialist advisory services, and you must be anxious to get swift copy or advice copy for your executed transaction, and you must be seeking for pre and post transaction compliance support for your executed transaction. So to overcome all these challenges, ICICI has come up with one digital solution, which is called Trade Online Platform. So this Trade Online platform, I would say, is most comprehensive portal for trade transactions. There is also one application available. It is Trade One View. So it is also one-stop solution for all import and export transactions. Uh, there is one more feature, digital feature available. It is turnaround time. So if customer submits the documents for inward remittance, so if a customer is exporter, so whatever inward remittance he is receiving for his exports, to settle that inward remittance, if customer gives us the request, it gets settled within 1 hour, subject to uh, submission of all the complete documents. If any of the customer wants to avail bank guarantee through us, it can be processed within less than 3 hours. And if it is a outward remittance, so importers who initiate outward remittance, it gets settled within less than 5 hours. There is one more innovative product which is available, is instant disbursement of export packing credit. So it is called Insta EPC. So what are the features of that Insta EPC? We will be going to in upcoming slides. There is one more feature available, is bank guarantee issuance in electronic format. So if customers wants to avail BG issuance in electronic format, they can also avail EBG through us. So basically on this EBG, e-signature and e-stamp is affixed. So there is no need to receive the hard copy of the BG and give it to the beneficiary. So this BG issuance is available in electronic mode. There is one Globe Trade account. It is a variant of the account where customers get preferential pricing. They can choose the account numbers also. They can get dedicated relationship manager. At capital account services side, so basically capital accounts are foreign direct investment and overseas direct investment transactions. So to execute these transactions and to file the returns of the executed transactions, we have one dedicated desk, which is called capital account desk, which help throughout the journey to customers in transactions as well, and verification of these returns as well. At Forex solution side, we offer hedging solutions and settlement in 20 plus currencies. Customers can also get treasury research reports on WhatsApp, and they can also book rates on the move through InstaBiz application. So these are the digital key propositions available at ICICI Bank. So in earlier slide, I had mentioned about trade online platform. So in this slide, I'll take you through what are the features and what are the options available to exporters and importers in this trade online platform. So at export side, inward remittance can be settled in trade online platform. Export bill regularization can also be done. Export credit packing credit facility, that is EPC and PCFC, that also can be availed on this trade online platform. It can be applied through this platform. Export collection bills also can be lodged, and a bank guarantee also can be received through this application. At import side, payments can be initiated. Imports bill regularization, that is matching of outward remittance vis-a-vis bill of entry, can also be done. Letter of credit can also be applied through this platform. Import collection bills can also be lodged on this platform, and service payments. So basically, the payments which are related with services procured from across the globe. The payments for these services can also be initiated through Trade Online platform. We can move to next page, sir. Yeah. So on this Trade Online platform, there are some unique features. So customers get pre-filled application. So for example, if any of the information that needs to be filled in repeatedly, or same information customers have to fill in repeatedly for repeated transaction. So customers can also get pre-filled application. So they need not fill same information time and again. So they can get this pre-filled information on this platform. Payment scheduler can also be aware too. So if any customer is having quarterly, monthly, or weekly payments, they can schedule the payments accordingly. Bill regularization facility is also available. Single view dashboard. So basically, all the transactions can be seen in a summary format on the web page, which is available here in Trade Online. Customers get customs alert for their executed transactions. They get virtual guidance also throughout all the transactions. If any of the transaction, so for example, in many transactions, if customers want to provide same document again and again, so such one-time document can be stored in master vault option. Online deal booking is also available, and instant EFT conversion can also be applied on this Trade Online platform. We can move to next page. Yeah. So there are some trade-specific current accounts which can be opened at ICICI Bank. The OGT account I just mentioned in earlier slide. So there are three more accounts which can be opened and which are trade-specific. So first is EFC account. So it is exchange on our foreign currency account. Currently it is available in 24 currencies. It can be opened in 24 currencies with her bank. The entities which are based out of SEZ unit, special economic zone, they can open a special foreign currency account. It is called SFC account, and it is available in 18 currencies. It can be opened in 18 currencies. For customers who basically deal and trade in diamond and precious jewelry items, they can open USD currency with ICICI Bank. It is called DDA account. So it can be opened in USD currency with our bank. We can move to the next page. So, yeah. So as I earlier mentioned, one innovative solution which ICICI Bank has is Insta EPC facility. So customers who have already been availed this EPC facility, they can also apply for instant export packing disbursement, and the maximum limit is 250 crores. And this facility can be applied from Trade Online platform as well, or customers can apply this from branch also. There are two major requirements to avail this facility. So customers should have running account facility, and export orders should not be pending for greater than 30 days. So this is innovative solution which exporters can avail through our bank. We can move to next page. Yeah. So there is one more solution available which basically fulfills all trade related needs of importers and exporters. It is called Trade Emerge. So it is a web page application, we can say, which is available at our bank. So as every importer and exporter knows that they have to apply for import exporter code just to start their business. So right from applying this importer exporter code, Trade Emerge platform helps. So they can apply IC code, they can apply for trade license if the goods which they are dealing are restricted category goods. They can also apply for GST. If customer is ICICI Bank customer, to avail this facility, they get 10% discount as well. They can also access global trade database of more than 15 million buyers and sellers. If customer is ICICI Bank customer, they get 30 days trial period as well. One more option available at Trading Merge platform is verification of buyers and sellers. So discovery is first step, and verification of those buyers and sellers is second step. So verification can also be done through TradeMerge platform. Various logistic solutions available here, where customers can compare rates and book freight, courier, and logistic solutions on this TradeMerge web page. Various insurance facilities are also available, like marine transit insurance, group health insurance, property insurance, and workers' compensation insurance. Since importers and exporters need to fulfill various regulatory guidelines, uh, there is one more tab available. It is called Knowledge Hub tab, where all regulations are available, which exporters and importers can refer. So it includes RBI guidelines, International Chamber of Commerce guidelines, and DGFT and customs guidelines also. So I would say this trade emerge is also one-stop solution for all the needs of importers and exporters. So that is all from my side, sir. If anyone is having any question specific to ICICI Bank, I am putting my my email ID as well. So participants can raise their query on that email ID. So thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent. You have covered beside the challenges what our exporter are facing, either you're talking or the submission of the documents and pre-shipment credit immediately you can have. And you also suggested some digital solutions for that, like a trade online platform, what you are mentioning, and turnover time, what you are innovative uh, product like EPC facilities and instant credit you are giving, and the for electronic bank guarantee you are giving. I think capital account, other thing. You have covered very nicely all the things. If the any of our customer who are listening to us or the borrower or our member of the associations, because we are more than 400 members, and there are sufficient participants today, more than 200 people are listening to you beside the electronic media, whether you're talking on the YouTube or otherwise. So people are listening. So all the ICICI Bank facility which Madam informed you. So whether you're talking about the hedging of the foreign exchange or foreign solutions for forex solutions or 24 currency accounts, you can also open with the ICICI Bank. I think you can avail the facility. Thank you, madam, for giving your highlights. And I think there are one or two questions are there. So Gaurang sir, please
Yes,
take
sir.
up the question.
So there are questions in the Q&A. Manoj Agarwal wants to ask, we sometimes get foreign remittance in our account directly by NEFT in INR from the foreign bank, for example, from Saudi Arabia, without any other source, that is invoice is in USD. How to match them? Sir, when your buyer is sending the remittance, you have to ask the buyer to provide the details of remittance, how we are sending. And the bank, because Saudi Arabia bank, either they have a rupee account here in India, or they would have asked some bank here in India to convert the reals into rupee. So the bank which has acted the connecting bank in India will have to provide the details, and then your bank, where you are maintaining the account, will have to create an IRA. The next question is, some customers make payment through agencies, money changers like Western Union, etc. Same way, if it is through Western Union, then Western Union has to issue an FIRA. Your bank will create an IRM there. Sometimes we find difference in the name of the remitter and the name of the invoice is made. When there is a difference in name which is minor, maybe the spelling mistake is there, but other details are matching, then bank may consider and not treat it as a third party. Otherwise, this will be treated as third party. Now, if I am having a company registered in the name of XYZ Limited, then the account will also be in the name of XYZ Limited. And then the remittance will also be affected. If it is affected to XYZ Limited, then there is no issue. But the problem is there that the amount, when it is not remitted to the account, then this type of issues or errors will come up. But the buyer does not bother, and it is normal for them. So you'll have to engage with the buyer that he has to bother, otherwise this payment should not be accepted in these cases. There have been cases where the buyers have sent the money through third parties or unknown parties, and what money we received ultimately for exports was not a legitimate. So that care has to be taken by the exporter also, that you have a buyer who understands you, who takes care of our rules and laws and money laundering laws, etc. There is a question from Mr. Manish. Can export bill be discounted on non-recourse basis by the bank or any other financer? Yes, sir. Non-recourse financing can be done when the bill is drawn under LC and your bank is taking an exposure on the LC issuing bank. Alternatively, if it is not under LC, then maybe if you have set up your limits with factoring agencies, then also non-recourse financing is possible. Another question from Mr. Manish, that is also, I think, on the post-shipment side. So maybe out of syllabus for today, but I'll answer it. Please let me know about post-shipment finance also. There any benefit of opening account in gift IBU of KSA Bank for trade transaction? Gift city is something like you are not in India. For Indian exporters, you should have an account with a DTA banks only. Gift city accounts are as good as your accounts. You are having in one account here in India, you want to open an account in Dubai, instead of that you open with Gift City. Two different aspects altogether. You need to understand what actually Gift City is. And post-shipment, if this is post-shipment finance is allowed by all banks, and similarly, both pre-shipment and post-shipment are allowed by ICICI Bank also. So there is no issue in that. So both the things are there that can be done. You can get in touch with your trade branch of ICICI Bank, or you can maybe send a mail to ICICI through even the Resurgent India or the AFAI, and they will take up the matter. Somebody will get in touch.
Yeah, and Gauram sir, I just would like to mention one thing. On Manish sir's query, I have just put in my employee email ID as well. So Manish sir can get in touch with me so that I can connect with them to concerned branch.
That is not open for all, madam. It is only restricted. So
Be restricted.
we may not be able to see this email.
Oh, okay, fine.
It is restricted, madam. Only. Thank you, Gaurang sir. I think thank you, Mr. Manoj Agarwal and Manish, for asking a question. If anybody still desires something, they can write to Research in India or Gaurang sir or to ICICI Bank for any queries, for any question that can be replied. I think this session will prove to be very useful for our listener, for our participant, even borrower, even the bankers, who can understand the role of this account of a special rupees postal accounts. So that benefit you can take, or from the ICICI Bank, if any type of facility you want to avail, either pre-shipment or post-shipment, or any other innovative financing aspects you want to avail from them, definitely you can approach these people. At the end, I'm thankful to my team who associated with this program, like Mr. Rajan and Mr. Lokesh, Mr. Ayush, and Mr. Vishwas Chaudhary, who is our architect, who prepare everything, even agenda, everything, he prepare it and giving me some feedback and having a research project also. I'm thankful to Mr. Devesh, who is of this green paper. Further, I'm telling the Association for Financial Advisors is a group of the financial experts. So we have more than 400 members with us. If you still any financial person who is dealing with the finance, so you want to join with the Association for Financial Advisors, they are welcome. Further, at the Research in India, we are preparing the DPR and all type of facilities to helping for the arranging of the pre-shipment, post-shipment, any bank guarantee, anything in respect of even conducting the technical economic viability study. We are also doing it. If anybody is interested to avail our services of the Research in India, definitely we are at your disposal. If you have any question, please do write to us. Write to Gaurang. Again, I'm telling you to ICICI Bank. So thank you, Gaurang sir.
Thank you, sir.
Your thoughts.
Thank you so much, sir.
And
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Madam Joshi.
AFAI and the
Thank you very much for that.
President India and ICICI for this support. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks everyone.
Really obliged for it. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Gupta sir, for your guidance and your support for leading this webinar series. And thank you, Gurang sir and Ms. Joshi, for your expert guidance. Thank you. And stay in touch with AFI for many more knowledge sharing webinars. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
very-
everyone.
Thank you very much, everyone.
माने होते हैं नहीं जाना ये इतने
अरे नहीं यार, कोई और